Hey guys, what's going on? It's Rambiii here, and today I have a commentary about how people see gaming in general. And this kind of even goes outside of COD, but for the sake of this commentary itself, I do want to keep it pertaining to Call of Duty, of course. And I don't know, it's just something, a thought that's been sitting on me for a while. And, well, first off, I do, of course, have to mention the gameplay. The gameplay's not that good. I've just been digging through some stuff and just seeing what I could find that would be kind of long enough to think about, what I want to say. And this gameplay just happened to be the perfect length, and I, of course, won, so I just thought it would make sense to use it, even though my score is not really the best. I went 30 and 13, I think, so, yeah. But, I don't know, it's just been... The thought has been weighing on me because people consider this as a hobby. And I know I've said it a million times, and you guys are probably like, whoa, like a red flag is going off in your head saying, well, I've heard you say it's a hobby as well. But recently, I feel like I've had a change of heart. Now, gaming in its most natural sense, of course, is a hobby. It's something that we do for fun. It changes. We go with the flow. Sometimes we sit it down, and sometimes we pick it back up, like any other hobby. Like collecting cards or something. But the way I see it now, when you combine gaming and the amount of time that feeders or commentators put into it, and of course YouTube and putting out entertainment for people, it becomes more than a hobby. It becomes kind of part of the lifestyle at its most, like supreme sense and heightened sense if you think about it. And, we're the entertainers, the commentators, the feeders, the trick shotters, whatever you do, you're an entertainer. The reason why people still watch montages and things like that is because it entertains them. The reason why standards get raised or there's a push for standards to be lowered back down is because things are entertaining for people to watch, or what you're doing becomes too much and you want to make it fun. Even entertainers, comedians, basketball players, whatever you do as an entertainer, actors, you still want it to be fun. You still want to get across the message of something that's really entertaining, but make it fun for people to watch. And I think when you combine like I said, the amount of time that you put into videos playing and getting everything situated for people to watch and enjoy, I think you become an entertainer and it becomes more than just a hobby. Honestly, I kind of feel like it's a sport sometimes, and I know it's kind of weird to say because you're not actually physically exerting any energy. Like, sitting on a couch playing a video game probably burns like 50 calories at most in 3 hours. So it's not really a sport in that sense, but when you're involved in like teams, obviously like MLG, I don't know if you guys have known, but I guess there's been a push to put MLG, like competitive gaming, on TV because it gets so many people watching it, like on Twitch and with live streaming and everything like that. A lot of people watch it, and that's not just COD or anything that you play like Battlefield or whatever. It's any competitive game, and so I kind of feel like it's a sport. I mean, you have teams, clans, whatever you call it, that you join, and of course there's the underrated clans that put out a whole bunch of content that is underground. Kind of like music, like the underground music. And then you have the bigger clans like FaZe or SOAR, whatever you're in, that are at the top of the food chain. And I can't really compare it to basketball or football or a sport like that, but the way I compare it to, the sport I compare it to would have to be pool, like billiard balls, whatever you want to call it, like that kind of pool. You kind of get known by playing locally, like with friends. Like my dad told me this, like you get known by playing locally with friends, or you go to bars or whatever it is, and you play a lot of pool. Then people get to know you, you get your name out, and then eventually you start playing professionally. And it's the same thing with gaming and clans like that. which is why I consider it a sport, because you put so much time into it, and you're more than just a guy playing a video game when you combine YouTube and playing as much as I do, or anybody else. It's kind of like a sport. You get better at it, you become more consistent, and people enjoy watching you do what you do. And I'm not saying this as a push, people should start saying that gaming itself is a sport, like that just doesn't really make sense. But I'm kind of saying this as a push to people's minds, that they should change the way they view gamers and what we do on YouTube and things like that. And another thing that I just kind of thought about is that even getting paid through views and things like that, it kind of adds to the whole element and aspect that it kind of is a sport, because you're getting some kind of revenue from it, depending on how good you are. The views kind of demonstrates your skill level, like in basketball. In making the big clan, or the really known clan, is like getting drafted, I guess, from like the D League into the actual NBA or something. Like, we all know the top ranking clans, and that kind of represents the biggest NBA teams or sports teams or whatever it is. But I don't know, I just wanted to make this short commentary to kind of get in you guys' head and make you guys think about how this is not necessarily a hobby, but it can become more than a hobby, and you can do whatever you want with it, and you can make it whatever you want. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this and hearing me talk about this aspect. And that's all I have for you guys. It's been Rambiii. I'm out, guys. Peace.